Hello, everybody. Welcome to TOI Sports, your daily guide to all that's happening in the Indian Premier League 2025 season. This is the Beyond the Boundary show. We've got a power pack show today. We've got Dwaipa and Datta joining us from Chennai, Nitin Naik joining us from Mumbai, and we've got Amit Kumar joining us from
Hi.
Delhi. Welcome to the show, gentlemen. Important game, last league game of 2025 edition, and Lucknow taking on Bengaluru. Dwaipan, how do you see this contest? Because Bengaluru need to win this contest to finish second or first, as the case may be, and they otherwise they will end up playing the eliminator. How do you see this contest?
See, the thing about these matches is that the teams that have already crashed out, these teams have suddenly become very dangerous because the pressure is completely off them, and these big hitters that they have up top, they are kind of once the pressure is off, then it becomes easier to score runs. It becomes a different game altogether once you take that pressure factor away from them. So in a situation like that, Lucknow Super Giants is a very dangerous side. The kind of firepower that they have in the top order, if pressure free, the two guys get going, it can suddenly become uphill. Having said that, RCB has Josh Hazelwood back, so their bowling depth will be somewhat restored. So qua- qualitatively, the way they have played through the tournament, they should manage the game, but there couldn't have been a more trickier opponent than Lucknow Super Giants at this stage of the tournament.
Nitin, do you agree with that sense that Dwaipan has expressed?
Yeah, I mean the teams are playing with a lot more freedom. I mean nothing to lose. Although I think Lucknow will miss Aiden Markram. I think he is gone. For I don't know whether Mitch Marsh is still around. Whether or he's playing because is he a part of the WTC or he's been dropped from the test team?
That's a very good question. That's a very good
Uh,
question. I'll just let you know about that.
I think he has been dropped. I think he's not there.
he's been dropped. Yeah, because he
I
lost
don't
his
think he
test
has a.
spot against the India series only.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So Mitch Marsh, he'll be there. But in fact, I think this is a good chance for Rishabh Pant to become a T20 opener and stake his claim as a T20 opener and kind of revitalize his T20 game, which I think has fallen off the radar quite severely after this IPL. I don't think he really belongs in the middle order. If he has to bat, he has to bat in the top three. Give him the license to go hell for leather, and then maybe then let's see a new Rishabh Pant from today.
Amit, welcome to the chat. This particular game, very important for Bengaluru. Tim David, no idea whether he'll be fit and ready to play. I don't think he'll be ready to play considering the situation that he was in. Then Phil Salt, what is the status with him? Luki Ngidi has gone. Blessing Muzrabani has joined. Tim Seifert has joined. So they will have a few changes at their end as well.
Yeah, exactly, sir. I'm talking about the last encounter that happened between LSG and RCB. LSG played a party before. So, Abhi, recently we have seen the teams that who like spoiled the top team chances कि वो कहावत है ना सर कि हम तो डूबेंगे तो तुम्हें भी ले डूबेंगे kind of तो I'm sure कि LSG will not RCB will definitely would love to stop RCB once RCB will not want to repeat the same whatever happened last time. They would love to end up winning this game and going to the top, obviously. But looking at the squad, I believe that RCB will have an upper hand against Lucknow Super Giants tonight.
Interesting. The toss will happen in 25 minutes. So we should know what's going to happen at the toss. Rajat Patidar's injury, Tim David. Uh, Dwaipan, considering the injury situation and the replacements coming in, is Bengaluru vulnerable right now?
I think Chandrash, every team is vulnerable at the moment because there are a lot of changes that have happened. The team that looked least vulnerable was Mumbai. They also lost yesterday because teams have lost steam also because of the break. The momentum is gone. It's again a fresh start. So it's a topsy turvy situation for every team, and RCB was very badly hit. I think their biggest miss would have been Josh Hazelwood. Like the moment Josh Hazelwood went out of that attack, the attack suddenly started looking very light. Everything was around Hazelwood. So, but I think he will play this game. He has come back, and this is an important game. And if he plays the game, their bowling attack at least is look will be slightly better. So that should give them a bit of hope. But and the top order batting is still there. The big boys like Kohli, but if Patida plays Patida, then Romario Shepherd can be a dangerous player. Like Jitesh, these guys are there. So I think batting wise they are fine. They will be okay. But if as and George Hazelwood's inclusion should be a boost because and but in the playoffs if George Hazelwood goes, he will go. It will again become uphill for RCB.
Nitin, like you spoke about Rishabh Pant. At the other end, you've got an opportunity for someone like a Jitesh Sharma to once again show why he should be India's second best choice in T20 cricket. He's also led the side in the last game, so he's going up the ranks quite quickly. Nitin, you're on mute.
He has a bit of a busy kind of game. He doesn't really have this as big a skill set as a Josh Inglis, as we saw yesterday. But he has got that innovative streak. He can play the reverse scoop, he can play the scoop, he can play the ram. So and he plays spin really well. So I just hope that he makes the most of his chance. I don't know where he'll get to bat. I think Tim David. I do not know what's his fitness status today, whether he'll get to bat or no. But if I think, but he needs to bat one position higher. Jitesh, I'm talking about. If he can bat at 4 or 5, just after Rajat Patida, who needs to bat at 3, then I think RCB have a very strong core of a top 4 batters who can really take the game on.
Amit, we are in this situation because the last 4 or 5 days we've had complete uh, upheaval on the points table, and this is a good thing because we were able to find the playoff teams much earlier than earlier previous editions of the IPL. So in that sense, this upheaval was pretty good for us fans sitting outside.
So we are talking about RCB fans, right?
No, I'm just saying generally for everybody, this upheaval, like this confusion about who will
Yeah, yeah.
finish where, it's pretty good in that sense.
Absolutely. In the last previous few encounters, I would like to give credit to SRH and LSG to bringing that excitement to the points table, obviously. So because the things were clear that who will finish in the top four, but who will finish on the number one, number two, number three, and then number four. It became so exciting after these top teams lost these matches to the teams who were already eliminated from the tournament. So even in fact yesterday we were. I mean, there was a big and exciting clash between MI and PBK, Punjab Kings. But Punjab Kings came all guns blazing. They snatched the game. They finished on the top of the points table to make the things so exciting for today. RCB and LSG. Again, that encounter will be so enthralling, I must say, for the fans. And everybody would be like, some fans would be expecting that RCB should go to the top and play the qualifier one and then directly enter the final. And I'm sure that there would be some fans of Gujarat there who must be expecting that yes, now RCB should lose and Gujarat should go to the qualifier one and RCB should play the eliminator with the Mumbai Indians. So it has become so exciting, and thanks to the previous teams who are already eliminated, I would give credit to them to make this dying end of the playoffs so exciting and enthralling.
Yeah, the playoff situation has become very exciting. But unfortunately, Dwaipayan for Mumbai Indians, their campaign sort of went on a high, and last night they lost to Punjab Kings. And now in the playoff, the eliminator per se, they'll not have services of three key players, Ryan Rickleton, Will Jacks, and Corbin Bosch. Corbin Bosch, not that much of a key player, but Ryan Rickleton and Will Jacks, these two guys made a big difference to the campaign alongside Surya Kumar Yadav. How big a dent is this going to be for Mumbai Indians? Dwepan, we can't hear you. You're on mute.
Yeah, Mu- Mumbai Indians having said that your Ryan Rickleton and Phil Jacks, whatever they did, but this Mumbai Indians campaign has been about three players, or like one is Surya Kumar Yadav, two is Jasprit Bumrah, and three is a very unnoticed uh, person like that is Naman Dheer. He has been coming and playing those very crucial innings, at least 2 or 3 games. It was his cameos that made the difference towards the end. So, like, and they will, I think, their bigger they have Johnny Bairstow, so they will kind of make up that Ryan Rickleton slot that they will manage. Jax is an issue that I don't know how good Charita Salanka is to fill that slot. I don't so ideally Tilak Verma should be promoted up the order. I have a feeling the boy is getting wasted uh, down the order. But Deepak Chahar yesterday had a hamstring injury. Like he was then bowling at 120, got clobbered, and then went out. And I think that he it will be difficult for him to play the at least the first eliminator. I don't see him because if it's a hamstring injury, he's gone. He's gone for the tournament. So that is an area of concern. This that left arm pacer, the young left arm pacer that they have, that boy has to step up and do something extraordinary. Like suddenly your primer key swing bowler who is opening the attack, if he goes, that will be a bigger blow to them, I think, than probably Jacks and Rickleton.
Nitin, this is an issue with Deepak Chahar, isn't it? He's quite injury prone. He's had this kind of an injury before as well. That's a big blow for Mumbai Indians because he was sort of balancing the pace attack.
Yeah, he goes through these very weird soft tissue injuries, hamstring, calf, Achilles, uh, which I do not know whether it's conditioning or just pure misfortune. I do not know, but if I was at the NCA or looking after his rehab, then I think there will be questions asked about my competence as well in terms of why this guy has so many soft tissue injuries so frequently. Um, and I think that they may yesterday also I thought they made an error, which I thought that instead of that left armer Ashwini, I thought that Karan Sharma could have come in, but I was quite shocked because Hardik did not even name him at the toss. He said that Ashwini was our impact sub. Or I do not know if you name someone as an impact sub, are you compelled to play him? I do not know. He could have maybe used that as a bluff and still, had the services of Karan Sharma. But I think that yesterday they missed that control or a strike power, in the middle, because I think what English very smartly did yesterday was he took the option or he took the initiative of scoring against both of two of MI's big threats. That was Mitchell Santner as well as Jasprit Bumrah. I think he played 12 balls from Bumrah and he scored 14, which I think any team would take, getting 7 and over of Bumrah. And I think the way he operated against Bumrah was he went for that boundary option really early in the over, so that the rest of the over can go quite risk free. And even against Santner, I think that what in the first power play, correct me if I'm wrong, both of you or all three of you, in fact, correct me if I'm wrong. I think they had a maiden over from Chahar and a one-run over from Bumrah. So out of 6 overs, they had 2 overs that went for only one. So they had a reasonable power play, but I think between over 7 and 10, I think English really went after Santner, and I think and 1 over from Hardik, I think, which went for about 16. I think that's where the game really kind of slipped out of their out of MI's grasp. And I think in the future, I think if Hardik is listening to this, I don't think he is, but if he does, or if some of the people who track MI do, I hope that he opens with Jasprit Bumrah, because I think he could have set up Priyansh Charya with the way he goes up. I think Priyansh Charya faced only 6 balls from Bumrah and scored 6 runs or 7 runs. One of them was a top at six at fine leg. So I think uh, Bumrah has to open. I mean, if you have an asset like Jasprit Bumrah and you're not using him upfront, then I think you're really wasting him.
Uh, Amit, Nitin makes a very valid point, because in that game against Rajasthan, which was played, I think, in Mullapur, uh, uh, I remember seeing Priyansh Arya not spotting Jofra Archer. The ball just went through at rapid pace. So to play that kind of a bowler, Archer has pace, Bumrah has skill plus pace. So he makes a very valid point over there about Bumrah not being utilized properly.
Absolutely. I would agree with him that when you have a star pacer like Bumrah in your squad, I mean, if you're not using that big card, properly, not being used by Hardik Pandya or the Mumbai Indians captain, I mean. So obviously it's a waste. And yesterday we saw that how the Trent Bolt was bowling and other bowlers were bowling. They were like getting hammered by the Punjab Kings batter. At some point of time, I felt that the bowlers looked so rusty. They were missing that that spark in the middle, where Bumrah could come and that trigger that collapse, which is known for. So I mean, that's where I would say that Hardik Pandya missed out that missed out on that spot.
Dwaipan, but at the other end, you must laud Punjab Kings for the way they have turned out this season. They have built their side around uncapped Indian players, and that was the whole purpose of this Indian Premier League, to be able to unearth Indian talent for the T20 format, and if we are lucky, for the other formats. But Punjab has really perfected that. So they may miss some foreign players, but the way they have built their side, or they are structured their side, it's fantastic.
They haven't exactly built the team around Indian uncapped players. They have built the team around Shreyas Iyer, Arshdeep Singh, these guys. These guys are the players who are holding the team together. But yes, the Indian players who have come in are the probably the best after Mumbai Indians, the best crop of Indian players that are there in this tournament. It's there in Punjab Kings on current form at least. And yesterday's game, what I like from ball one to ball 240, like it didn't go to the 240th ball. Like they completely
231.
231. They dominated Mumbai Indians, like dominating Mumbai Indians over a 20 over game, like the way they did is quite something. It's especially a Mumbai Indians with Jasprit Bumrah and with all the big guns. Like even when like we are talking about Priyan Sharia and your Prab Simran, but when Surya Kumar was batting. Like Surya Kumar was not getting the runs. He was getting stuck. That was because of the bowling, the wide lines that they bowled. Arshdeep, magnificent final over that he bowled. Like he gave it 3 runs. That if that over had went for 15, then there would have been a momentum change. They would have gone past 200, which they looked like at one point. So those are the little things that they have done, and it's a team that's playing on with a lot of belief. And yes, the way it is now, the tournament, where it stands, it is very difficult to say whether they are a favorite or not, because a lot of things have changed since the beginning of the tournament. But yes, they look very good, and the only big player that they will miss going forward is Jansen. I think they are not missing anyone else who is of that significance. So they are one of the favorites. Yeah.
Nitin, scary thing is, Ricky Ponting last night said we haven't achieved anything yet.
Yeah.
In a way, he's right, because they've just made it to the playoff. They haven't won anything. They haven't won the tournament. But he's put together a nice partnership with Shreyas, and it's something that they have had since 2018, uh,
Yeah.
with a break
Yeah.
in between because Shreyas went away. But
Hmm.
it's a good little partnership that they have formed over there.
Yeah, I think both of them have perfect synergy. Just briefly, what Dwaipan said about Arshdeep bowling that last over. I think there was a very important over bowled by Kylie Jamieson also in the 18th over, which went for only 5 runs. So out of 18, 19, 20 overs, 18 and 20 combined went for only 8. So I think that really stifled, MI, and that mostly came against Sky. So obviously they bowled really, really well. Ponting, I think he's got a long-term contract with PBKS. I think he must have laid down the condition that I don't want any interference. Let me run this team. There was a fabulous interview which was there on the BCCI website when he was coaching MI in 2015, and he said that even if Tendulkar has to say something to the youngsters of this team, it has to go through me. So he wielded that kind of an authority there, in spite the presence of somebody as tall in stature as Sachin Tendulkar, and he obviously holds a lot of command in this team also. But what I like, Chandresh, about this here is the fact that he has chosen to be in the background and is allowed Shreyas to take the limelight of although he runs the show, pretty much runs the show, yes, but he's allowed Shreyas, no, he said on the field it's yours, it's your headache, it's your baby, let me handle the team outside the boundary line. And I think that was something which we did not see when Iyer was there at KKR, for whatever reason. So that is why I think he chose to move on. He really felt that he did not get his due at that franchise, and that's why he chose to move on. And I think that right now KKR really would be regretting that, because I think his leadership has been a huge change of fortune for the franchise. Just like yesterday, I mean, giving up his own number 3 spot for someone like a Joss Inglis, just identifying that he is more comfortable against pace, and so I think these are the little things that really earn the trust of your teammates.
Amit, start of the tournament, all the talk was about the partnership of Shubman Gill and Ashish Nehra. Do you think now the talk has shifted to the partnership between Ricky Ponting and Shreyas Iyer?
Yes, absolutely, sir. I mean, we have seen, I mean, we have heard this thing that if you want to see, for Rahul Dravid, I would say that, that if you want to see the aggression in Rahul Dravid, you need to look into his eyes. So I must say that if you really want to look at that aggression, you need to look into Shreyas Iyer's eyes. From the last 3 years, he has been phenomenal, be it as a captain, be as a batter. He had a phenomenal World Cup ICC tournament. Plus, I mean, he guided Mumbai to domestic title wins, and then he guided KKR to title win. And it was KKR's loss. I mean, last season that they couldn't uh, retain him, and after that he came to Punjab Kings. Now the way he's leading, the way he's scoring, the way he's leading the pack is phenomenal, and I'm sure, uh, like on June 3, if things would go in his way, that he might end up winning this title for Punjab Kings, who are chasing their maiden title at this point of time. And I would credit to Punjab Kings coach also, Ricky Ponting. They had a like tremendous partnership this season. We have seen that how they talk in their dugout. On the boundary row, how they plan ahead of the match, during the match. In fact, the chit chatting they have. We have seen a couple of videos on the Punjab Kings Twitter handle also, that the way they plan and all. And today we were listening to Robin Uthapa, who said one thing about Shreyas Iyer, that Shreyas Iyer felt underappreciated at KKR. So I would like second his thought, like it's a Punjab Kings gain and KKR's lost this point of time.
Yeah, absolutely. Just 5 more minutes to go before toss takes place in the game between Lucknow and Bengaluru. Dwepen, the BCCI has decided that the during the playoff, during the final, they will be honoring the armed forces, and it will be a solemn occasion, and a lot of patriotic songs will be played, and so on and so forth. Good initiative by the BCCI.
Yes, good initiative. It's because of the armed forces that we are, like, that is a very trivial thing, but yes, IPL is back again because of them only, and among other things. And like, yes, the nation needs to pay their respect to the armed forces. So it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, Nitin, unlike previous closing ceremonies, this might be much more of a meaningful way to end the tournament.
Yeah, meaningful. Although I would, I would prefer that, with all respect to the armed forces, I would like people who to show their respect and appreciation for them, um, without without because I still view sport as entertainment, and without clubbing entertainment. And I think there should be a little bit more seriousness when you're honoring something as serious as our armed forces. I feel that maybe having the proceeds for the final towards the people who have laid down their lives, something like that, I think would carry more gravitas, would have more gravitas, rather than this does, while this gives you what do I say, the coverage or the mileage for everything. I still feel that we should not club something, in terms of, because I still view sport as entertainment, and obviously IPL is entertainment. So I think that uh, having playing songs and invite them, and maybe have them at the toss, or maybe ask them to give away the man of the match or the purple cap or the orange cap eventual award or the emerging player award. Yes, but then that I think will be more that something like that would carry more weight, and something like a dedicated fund every year to the victims, or to the people who have very bravely laid down their lives in fighting for our country. I think that would carry more gravitas.
Absolutely. Amit, one final question to you. One name that everybody has sort of missed in the fog around the captaincy for the England tour has been Kuldeep Yadav. He's been selected. He's making a comeback to the Test squad. What's your sense? Do you see him becoming a trump card for India on that tour, Test series?
Yeah, our colleague Pratyush spoke to his childhood coach today. I mean, Kapil Dev Pandey, that can Kuldeep Yadav be India's trump card in England? So, being as a left-arm spinner, the Chinaman bowler, I mean, the amount of variation he has, I mean, I'm sure that he will be the go-to man for Shubman Gill this point of time.
Uh, uh, Dwapan and Nitin, Dwapan first. What's your sense? Can Kuldeep be a trump card?
In the games that he plays, I do not think he will play all the games
Hmm.
because they will initially start with Jadeja or Washi, and then have three pace bowlers, four pace bowlers, including Nitish Reddy, and kind of make it slightly batting heavy. But I think he will get a couple of games. So in those two games that he plays, I think he should be he should play a very very important role. If the opposition doesn't read him from the hand, then he's all the more effective. That's why he's so good in white ball. Let's see if he can be as good in red ball in test matches also, in conditions away from him.
Nitin, what's your sense? Can Kuldeep be a trump card?
Yeah, on certain conditions, I do not know whether the team management will, you know, will although Gautam Gambhir had a lot of faith in him when he picked him for KKR, but he somehow been a little loath to play him when as a test coach. Yes, he got injured during the Australia series, but even against the New Zealand series here, I think he was very loath to use him. I think he preferred the control of the finger spinner. So yeah, certain venues, I think Oval maybe, where India might need two spinners. Uh, Maybe if Manchester is hot and dry, yes, over there you can play two spinners. But I doubt it if the weather stays as it is in England, as we've been having during the county season, then maybe two spinners might be needed. But I don't think that the weather will stay as dry as it has been. In fact, today in Paris, there has in the French Open, the matches have been delayed because of rain. So I think that weather will also move towards the UK. So I just feel that barring one game at the Oval, I don't think we'll need two spinners. And I think the number one choice spinner here will be Ravindra Jadeja.
So the news coming in from Lucknow is that Bengaluru are again being led by Jitesh Sharma, and they have won the toss and elected to bowl. Gentlemen, starting with you, Amit, who's winning, Bengaluru or Lucknow?
Uh, I would say that I will go for RCB this point of time because they'll be like desperate to grow on the top without missing out any chance. And yes, let's Virat is the reason, and let's go for RCB for me.
Dwepen, Rajat Patidar will be used as an impact player. That's what Jitesh Sharma said at the toss. So who do you see winning this contest?
I, I hope RCB has a long overdue. They should be finishing top two and have a one extra crack at the final. Let's hope RCB for Virat Kohli. I am backing RCB so that Virat Kohli ends up winning the IPL.
Okay, other news is that Josh Hazelwood, even though he has joined the squad, is not going to play. Livingston has replaced Tim David, and Nuwan Tushara has replaced Lungi Ngidi. Nitin, are you still backing Bengaluru?
Yeah, I would have preferred Hazelwood to play this because I think this one is bit like a knockout game, isn't it? I mean, a game to get into the semi-final, a quarter-final to get into the semi-final, because simply because of the weight that the top two positions, the impact that it has on the overall title winner. I think, barring 2016, I don't think any team, when Sunrisers won it, despite finishing fourth. I don't think, barring 2016, any title has been won by the team that has finished lower than 1 and 2. So I thought that they may play him for this one, unless I think unless the shoulder niggle is a little bit more serious than it seems, or unless there have been instructions from Cricket Australia not to play him unless it's an absolute must-win game. Um, let's hope that he's not missed. But I want RCB to win, and I also want RCB and Punjab to play the final because then we'll have a first-time winner.
Interesting. On that note, all of you sitting at home, you can like, share, subscribe, and comment on this video and be part of the conversation that we are having right through this T20 season. Remember, also you can also press the notification bell if you're watching us on YouTube. That's it for today from all four of us, Dwaipan, Nitin, and Amit. Thanks a lot for joining us today. We'll be back again tomorrow, reviewing the league stage of the tournament and looking ahead to the playoffs. Until tomorrow, take very good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless from all of us here at TOI Sports.
Thank you.
Thank you.